Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us Across the Fence. I'm Keith Silva. For over a decade, University of Vermont Extension has been taking new UVM faculty members on a bus tour of Vermont agricultural businesses. As the university's primary outreach service, Extension is well positioned to show and tell new faculty, many of whom are new to Vermont, how UVM works with Vermonters. Across the Fence's Ben Willis got on the bus and filed this report.
Today, a group of new UVM faculty are hitting the open road to better understand the value of the university's land grant mission and to witness firsthand the role UVM Extension plays in supporting Vermont's agriculture community. The tours are the brainchild of UVM Extension Director Roy Beckford.
We want to make sure in Extension that every faculty that's new to UVM fully understands the role of Extension within the land grant system. What this tour does is to enable people to have a full understanding after a day's travel to get more insight and understanding into exactly what Extension is and what Extension does.
The bus travels to a variety of farms. The first stop is here at UVM's own Horticulture, Research and Education Center.
Welcome. This facility until 2009 was known as a Horticulture Research Center, HRC. And in 2009, we added a letter, HREC, a Horticulture Research and Education Center.
Here, the faculty members get a crash course on everything from apple growing to a window into UVM's groundbreaking research on saffron cultivation in New England.
We had a postdoc who was from Iran, and he said to me one day, "Why in the heck aren't you growing saffron in Vermont?" And I scratched my head and I thought about it, and there were a few reasons why I thought we weren't doing it, but they were all the wrong reasons. And so we started working on that, and we got a lot of press. So there are growers all over the country that are now growing saffron. U.S. grown saffron sells for between $25 and $75 a gram.
With pockets full of apples and heads full of dreams of starting their own lucrative saffron business, the faculty head to the next stop, Blue Spruce Farm, a large 5,000-acre conventional dairy.
I'm not sure of what you all know about dairy and milking or whatever, but I'll give you a little bit. This is our milking parlor. We have a double 24 parallel. Cows come in and turn, and we milk between their rear legs.
Beyond seeing where the milk comes from, the faculty also learned about the farm's commitment to sustainability.
So all that water, when it's raining like it has been this summer, kind of gets mixed in with the feed. So we have to make sure none of those nutrients go where they're not supposed to. So it's caught up there, goes underground into this giant water collection pit. Anyone know what else is happening here? Solar field.
Blue Spruce partners with UVM on various agricultural research programs, and today, the new faculty heard from researchers involved in fascinating work around water pollution caused by phosphorus, an essential component in fertilizer.
And phosphorus is one of the main contributors to the poor water quality in Lake Champlain, and so we need to rebalance the ratio so that the plants can uptake the phosphorus that we're adding, which is what's happening right here.
We're also looking at how the practices Blue Spruce is doing are affecting phosphorus runoff from their fields. So we have a couple of fields back here on Rattling Bridge Road, and we have 8 different monitoring stations that's measuring surface water running off the field, subsurface water running off the field, so that if we do see phosphorus leaving a field, we have these chambers at the edge of the field where we actually filter the phosphorus out of the water before it enters the creek.
As lunchtime neared, the bus rolled into Champlain Orchards, a sprawling eco-certified apple orchard overlooking Lake Champlain. Showing around the faculty is orchard owner and UVM alum Bill Schuer.
Apples are breathing oxygen and they're exhaling CO2, just like we are. So by lowering the oxygen in the room, which we'll see, and by maintaining the CO2 levels, we can store fruit year-round. So the apple, if it has the right nutrition value and it's been
picked at the right time and refrigerated quickly, and then we lowered the oxygen promptly, that's what allows us to store 12 months. It's quite a feat to pull that all, human and machinery and the whole shebang.
Then we head up to the orchard, where Bill shows off some of the newest innovations in pruning, implemented after he was inspired during an IFTA tour in Europe.
So in Europe, we're way behind what they've been doing. When we move to this system versus that system, or even bigger trees, the farmer now has the ability to control better. If you look at the way we prune these to get sunlight in, there's a reverse tree that could be planted upside down, right? So when I go to spray, I'm spraying the whole thing. When I'm spraying here, I'm hitting the target 100% of the time. I can also double my speed here. Over there, I have to go really slow because I have to penetrate that deep canopy. There's no canopy to penetrate. So I can fly along here just misting, whether it's organic or conventional material. It's a limited amount of spray material.
As we spoke to the faculty members, it was clear that the tour had given them a deeper appreciation for Vermont's farming community.
As a newcomer, I'm really eager to know where my food comes from. And so I think this is an incredible opportunity to kind of dip my toes into that aspect of life here, and to build community with the farmers and growers and folks here doing incredible work of feeding the state and feeding the country.
Well, I think getting to meet the farmers themselves and get a really hands-on, in-depth look at how things operate, I learned a lot about where my food comes from and how these farmers fit into the economy and the sustainability practices we're trying to put into place and the relationship they have with UVM. So I think overall, I just understand the area better, and I'm happier to be here in Vermont.
Visiting these farms reminds us of the importance of the land grant mission and the value of UVM Extension and the agriculture community it serves. In Shoreham, Vermont, I'm Ben Willis with Across the Fence.
Our next stop takes us to a place and an event that all Vermonters should experience. I'm talking about the Tunbridge World's Fair. If you know, you know. The fair kicks off this Thursday, September 14th, and runs through Sunday, the 17th. For Vermont 4-Hers, fairs like Tunbridge are opportunities to put the 4-H model of learning by doing into practice. What better place to learn life skills like leadership, finance, and public speaking than county fair? Correction, World's Fair. I visited Tunbridge a couple of years ago when it reopened after the pandemic to get the scoop on a long-standing Orange County tradition. If it's late summer in Orange County, it's time for the Tunbridge World's Fair.
Being here means a lot.
The fairgrounds were closed last year due to the pandemic. It was only the third time that's happened in the fair's 150-year history. Chandler Cook is here to show his cow, Odessa. He's glad to be back where he and Odessa belong.
It means a lot to me. I was looking forward to it for 2020, but when COVID hit, I was really disappointed. And during COVID, I was gotten so bored because we were stuck in home. I was like, Mom, can you please bring me to the barn? I want to go back.
When you found out you were coming to the 2021 Tunbridge Fair, you must have felt great.
I got really excited because I got to show one of the cows I've been working on for all summer.
Austin Washburn brought Lexi to show at the Tunbridge Fair. His shirt says it all when it comes to the bond he shares with his cow.
The friendlier they are, the more they want to snuggle with you when you're trying to walk them, so which makes it kind of hard.
You don't want too snuggly of a cow, I guess.
You do, you just got to train them when they're on this not to be too snuggly.
This is a huge deal. For a lot of people, this is the culmination of their summer.
Molly McFawn is the 4-H educator for Orange and Washington counties. Being back at the fair amongst kids and cows provides her and these 4-Hers with a needed sense of normalcy.
It's Tunbridge Fair, and this is what it is. It's maybe a little bit smaller this year, but I think it's great for this year, the turnout that we do have. It's really wonderful to be able to see everyone that's here. But it's Tunbridge Fair. It's the same atmosphere, it's the same joy that I see with everyone here showing and talking to the public.
They're all very friendly.
Maeve Leslie Gawalt likes talking with the public almost as much as she likes winning ribbons. She and her cow, Champlain, took home the prize for junior champion in conformation in the women's division. Think of conformation as a beauty contest for cows.
I love being here. I love getting to see the people, working with my cows, showing my cows, you know, just getting to educate the public. And we work on this all year. The whole year we're walking our cows, preparing them, getting them ready for the fair and everything. And I don't know, I just think it's a great experience. We go to a few fairs and shows every year, and it's a lot of fun. And the cows enjoy it too.
When 4-H'ers aren't in the ring or the barn, the place to be is the 4-H ice cream booth.
The Ice Cream Scoop is the biggest fundraiser for the Orange County 4-H Foundation. The kids do all the work. We're working on life skills like changing money and doing things like that. We're also working on how you would work at a restaurant. You know, we're working in scooping ice cream, make sure everybody's tidy, make sure they're doing what they need to be doing.
When she's not taking orders, scooping ice cream, or making change, Elizabeth Waterman answers questions from customers about all things 4-H.
Sometimes people will ask a very common question like, what is 4-H? What do you do? Which is a hard question to answer because it's a big question.
What do you tell them?
It's a big program for youth under the age of 18. You can do a lot of different things. You pick something or more than one thing and you get to do that and learn and new skills and opportunities like working in an ice cream booth that you may not do otherwise.
Showing, scooping, and sharing. It's how 4-H stands out at the World's Fair. That wraps another edition of Across the Fence. My thanks to everyone here at WCAX who makes this program possible, and for you for stopping by Across the Fence.